G'day guys, how's it going? And welcome back to another episode of Hardcore Minecraft. So today we are going to be upgrading our old temporary pumpkin farm and moving it over to our little farm area over there and turning it into a mega pumpkin melon farm, the mega pumpkin melon farm. For this, we're going to have to gather some resources first and come and get rid of this monstrosity and start clearing an area over there that we can use. This one hasn't been working too bad. It's got a stack and a half in God knows how long, but it was literally just to start getting some emeralds over there while we were producing our iron and our sugarcane. So we're going to go and do that. We might add one more layer to the sugarcane farm as well and start thinking about how we're going to store everything underneath where the slime farm is. So let's move across to there and start our building. Alrighty, so we've jumped across to the area that the melon and pumpkin farm is going to be in, and we've cleared out a space that I think is sufficient. We're going to do 2 layers and 4 nodes per layer, I think. Now this design, I don't think it's the most efficient, but as we know with the sugarcane farm, this is what I found and I like the layout of it, so I'm happy with it. We don't need to make too many pumpkins or melons, so I'm pretty happy with this, what we're going to be doing. So another thing that we have done since the last clip is we've actually updated to Optifine, as you can see by that and by our zoom. There we go. So hopefully that makes things run a little bit better, and we've also got that awesome zoom that we can check things out with. I'm happy with that. So what we're going to do now is first off sleep. I don't have a bed, so I'm going to have to run back to the base quickly. So we'll come back and jump into a quick time lapse and build this thing up. We've got all the requirements in that shulker box there, so let's do it. Well, the farm's been running for a fair while now, and we've collected a fair bit of stuff. So we've got mainly 3 stacks of pumpkins, and we've got a whole bunch of watermelons, which I'm pretty happy with. So I think looking at it, the efficiency isn't amazing. I think if I was to replace those blocks behind the pumpkin itself, the pumpkin stalk, the 2 stone blocks, with observers, it would run a lot better. As you can see, there's a lot of times where the pumpkin or the melon is stagnant and it doesn't hit it off straight away. So I think if I replace them with observers, it would probably work a hell of a lot better. But I'm pretty happy with this so far. It's producing quite a fair bit of melon, and it's doing it enough so that we can't keep up with selling it to our farmer villagers, which is pretty good. That's what you want. So that's good enough. This iron golem farm has been going off chops, which led me to start off camera a new little project. So we're going to do the redstone for this on camera, but I started designing it and then kind of just continued to go. So the other thing is we've lost our iron golem, but we've started with a storage room, a main storage room. This is going to be our bulk storage. So all the things that we're going to get from these farms are going to come down into here and funnel through. We're going to make a sorting system, and we're going to have it come down into water transportation and transfer it along all the way around. So I'm pretty happy with this build. I used the new basalt for the flooring, and I think it's come up quite nice. It contrasts really nice, I think. That's just my opinion. Let me know what you think in the comments below. But the other thing we're going to do is a shulker box unloader, which is just going to chuck if you chuck a shulker box on top of it, it'll unload it and chuck the items through the sorting system, which is pretty cool. And we're also going to have shulker storage here, and just a little area that if something goes through the system that's not in one of these chests, it can get thrown into this one here, which should be good. So let's have a look at our blocks of iron, but I think I've got more here that we need to put in. And what else we've done is we have changed the beacon over there to, let's just make sure we're not going to get killed here. We've changed the beacon to full iron, so we've got all of our resources back. We got like 52 emerald blocks. We got, what else was it that we got? We got a whole bunch of gold, I think. Not a whole bunch, like 8 blocks maybe. It's all over here. And we got a whole bunch of our diamond back as well. So that is pretty nice. 10 gold. So what we're going to do now is we're going to jump in behind. We're going to remove these stone walls. I misjudged by 1. But we're going to have to remove those, put in our sorting system, which means we're going to have to go and get a whole bunch of wood for more chests and set up the automatic storage. So I'll be back with the wood, and then we'll jump into building this sorting system. All right, so we're up to the point where we're putting the hoppers in, but I didn't plan this out for a automatic sorting storage room. So it's going to be a little bit over the place. We've got the top hoppers in, and what's going to have to happen is, because we've got these walls here and these doors already planned out, the other thing I could do is just replace this. That is the other thing I could do. Maybe I should do that. My plan was that the hoppers there was going to be another layer of hoppers here that would have collected the stuff and pop it into the thing, and then they would be the ones that are locked, if that makes sense. So sort of like we have another line of hoppers here with the water stream going across this one, and this one here is the one that gets locked. That way we can come around these walls, because I'd like everything to be pretty hidden. Maybe I'll still do that. Yeah, it's a lot more resources, but we've got the iron farm. All we need to do now is get the wood. So maybe we should just do that. Is that lava? Yeah. It'll be hidden. Not really nice and hidden this way. And then we can block off this area here so nothing gets in and doesn't mess with our circuits. Oh, and that way also the shulker loader, that can all be hidden. Yeah, I think we're going to do it that way. Yeah, it's a lot more resources, but at this point in time, the only thing we need to worry about is the wood for the chests, because we've got heaps of iron for hoppers. Yeah, okay, we'll do that. So what I'm going to do now is continue getting these hoppers. I'm going to layer the entire outside so we've got our transportation system down first. And then we'll come back and we'll do the streams and the locks and all that sort of stuff. It's going to take a little while, but it's going to be worth it in the end, I think. So this is why you double, triple check your build prior to installing all the rest of it. I have come out here and I've started putting my build together and realized that my water stream is one down than where it needs to be. So that means these top hoppers and these top chests aren't actually going to load in. So, I mean, it's not a massive deal. It's annoying, but what we could do, it's easier to rip up the floor, go one further down, and add this chest down one more than it is to take apart the water stream and redo it. So I think that's what we're going to have to do in another episode. But let's go out and I'll show you guys the circuit. Hopefully I've got everything. Okay, so first off, what we're going to do is line this up. So if we put our comparator facing out and then grab our hopper, and then we can connect our hopper up to our comparator. Next thing we're going to want to do is put our redstone torch down the bottom here. Then there's a repeater facing in towards the redstone torch. And if we can get up, then we have our redstone coming out here like so. And now if we place our, let's grab stones, our filler block in there, this will turn on and that hopper is now locked. So let's go and see what that item is. That item is the stone bricks. So if we grab out our stone bricks, come across, pop it into this hopper here. And actually we need to put the feeding hopper in as well. So then we can now connect that up to that. Now this hopper should be feeding through slowly and it should stop at 41. Beautiful. So that hopper is now locked. Perfect. And it's locked with the stone brick. So nothing else, whatever, unless it's stone that's coming through, which it will, we'll actually have to change that. All right, I'll do that anyway. But whatever's coming through, unless it's already, if it's coming through the system, if it's stone, then we're in a little bit of trouble, I think, because it'll just collect like that. Yeah. So we pop that there like that, and we need to go and grab one more stone bricks. So running into a fair few problems, but they're fixable. So 41, and whatever will run through will run right over the top, except for the stone bricks. So fortunately, I noticed that quite early. So what I can do instead is grab some more stone, come over here, name this filter, and then put our filter in instead. So we come back over to this area. So this has got our nuggets in it. If we grab our filter, pop our filter in, realistically, the stone should go straight over the top because it's not named the same. So it won't be able to place into that area. So if we just do that for all of them, that's problem fixed. And we just got to remember that for the next lot. So that's all the current ones done. So like I said, plan, guys, plan. I have not planned this whatsoever. I'm just doing it free build, and it is taking so much more time than it should. We've still got 2 more sides to do, and then we've still got the shulker unloader and the shulker box storage area over there. So this is definitely going to be over the course of 2 episodes. No doubt about it. So now we've had a little bit of a look at the circuit. I'm going to go in and install the rest of these, and then we'll start figuring out what's going to happen with the top chests and how we're going to deal with that.
It took some time, but it is working. So finally, our little storage system and our automatic sorting system is working. I had to get rid of the top layer of chests and bring the floor down one. So that was a little bit annoying, but what can you do? It was easier than replacing all the piping, which I didn't want to do. But we've also got this, which is just a little unloader. Now, I tried a shulker box unloader and I kind of ran out of time. So this is as far as I've gotten. It's just got a nice little automatic. What is going on there? Water. That's what's going on there. Lucky I checked that. So many things have gone wrong. Let's pop that there like that. Okay, I don't know why it did that. So the reason that's there is because if the dispenser's not loaded, it's not giving a constant redstone signal out to this piston here, which means this piston just goes up and down, and it's so annoying. The dispenser's annoying enough, but we don't need the piston doing it as well. So as I said, we've got our unloader. Next week we'll work on the shocker box unloader, and then we can somehow figure out how the shocker box can be maybe hit off so that it gets pushed into a chest over here. Hopefully we can figure that out. So we go out and we have a look. You can see the items coming through. They're getting spat out. We've got another shocker box over here to clean up. And they're coming along these hoppers here, but they're not going in. And we keep following it all the way around. I think stone's just here. And you can... oh no, cobble's over here. Where are they? That was a stone brick. That shouldn't have happened. So you can see the cobble's stopping right there. I don't know whether you guys can see it, but it's going into that hopper right there. Alright, in that case, we're pretty much done down here for today. We need to come down and fix up the roofs, that part there and all that area, so we can't see any of that stuff. And we also need to get rid of that top tier of chests there and that top tier of chests there. And it's just the Enderman. Make it a little bit more pretty, because it was nice before I had to tear this down and bring it down a level. So let's come back down and put our trapdoors in, but for the moment let's go and check out how the pumpkin and melon farms are doing. Alright, so the melon and pumpkin farm's been doing quite well. We've definitely got enough to start trading properly with the villagers. So let's jump in and have a look how much we've got. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stacks and just a bunch. 5.5 stacks of pumpkin. We've gotten a fair bit out of this farm so far. So the next plan is to take these two farms here, that one and that sort of module with the sugarcane underneath, and transport the items from this, so the drops, instead of putting them into chests at all, we're going to try and utilize our water streams to drop them into our sorting system. So I know that we haven't got one for pumpkin and we haven't got one for sugarcane, but I left an entire wall so that we could put a new module in, and that's not too bad. We just have to remove some glass underneath, so I'm fine with that. But yeah, that's the next plan. And then we need to come across and finish off whatever we need to do in snow. Whatever we need to do over here, because we've only got 2 episodes left after this one, I think. I think this is episode 28. I can't really remember. So we've got a little bit to do in our town. I want to do the sewer system, and I want to finish off that river, and then do about a week of decorating. I think I've said that before. And then we can move on. We can move on for a little bit. So I did say in a couple of episodes ago that I was thinking about doing the projects out that way. And I realized that I'm doing that because I need to move away from this style of building. I'm getting a little bit, not over it, I'm getting a little bit bored with this style of building. And I want to start using the new blocks, the nether blocks, and want to explore the nether a little bit more. So what I'm thinking we're going to do is we're going to start our nether hub properly, and we're going to also get the stuff that's required for our ruin up the top. And that is all we have time for today. So I'd like to thank you guys for watching. It's been a massive episode. It took a long time to make this one, just from mistakes and ill planning, but that's alright. I hope it's turned out pretty good. I hope you guys have enjoyed this one, and I shall catch you in the next episode. 2 more episodes to go. Alright, bye for now.